Dad on the Board of Ed.
I'm just really excited for him because I just really want him to win, and I'm proud of him.
The real question I have for you is how many doors did you have to knock on?
I don't really know.
Did you make any phone calls? No. All right. He was easy on you? That's good. Well, Jason, we're so excited to see you on the Board of Ed. Excited about the next term, and congrats to you and the family. I know you guys are excited to have that in the rear view, and so excited to see what you're going to do on the Board of Ed.
It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to getting to work.
Awesome. Excellent. Thanks, and we'll be back. Great job. Toya Fernandez, a new Board of Ed member. So, one, how's it feel to be done with the campaign?
Weight lifted, breath of fresh air, excited, nervous, all the things. Honored.
That's awesome. So, what does it mean to you to be on the Board of Ed here in West Hartford?
It means the world to me. Number one, just being able to represent my community, being able to be a parent, somebody who's from the community that grew up in the Connecticut school system, and it is truly an honor to serve. I feel like it's something that you're supposed to do. We got to step up, support our communities, and make sure that we're representing the democracy in this country at the local level, the state level, the federal level. So I'm just honored to do my part.
So the Board of Ed doesn't get as much shine as the town council. I mean, I'm sorry. As a former council, I'm a little biased on that. But tell us a little bit about you, like how you came here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm born and raised in Connecticut, from Hartford, moved to California for a while. I've been in every position in the education system. I've started as a crossing guard, became a tutor, a teacher, an administrator, worked in public policy, and then moved back home to Connecticut, to West Hartford, where we have some of the greatest schools in the nation, and I'm just excited to serve. Yeah.
So excited. I can feel the passion, and you and I have talked a lot about this. But I want to know, like, in your upcoming term, what are you most excited to work on the Board of Ed, from a policy or just generally any topic?
Yeah, I think the thing that I'm most excited about is bringing that equity and inclusion piece, getting parents to the table who don't normally come, community members, engaging them in that conversation, listening to teachers about what their needs are, including student voice at the table, and just making sure that we're creating that sense of belonging and interconnectedness in our community when it comes to our students' education.
That's so important. We have such a growing, diverse, amazing, thriving education system and schools with ever-changing needs, and people like you are exactly what our board needs in regards to addressing those issues and making sure that people, particularly the policymakers and the people in the schools, understand those issues that our parents are feeling. So thank you so much. Congrats and good luck. Wishing you all the best. Want to see you shine on the Board of Ed, and don't forget, I got 3 kids coming to you soon.
Yes.
So all right,
yes.
I got 2 already at Morley, so they'll be hearing from me. All right.
Yes, and I look forward to hearing from them too.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be back with more. Hi, everyone. Liam Sweeney here, back at the West Hartford Democratic headquarters. I'm here with Ben Winograd, longtime town councilman. So what is this? What term is this now?
5th term.
Oh my God, 5th term. But so Ben, being at your 5th term, you've been a leader on affordable housing. You have moved this council in the right direction. We have seen so much growth in this town. What is the next big thing that you are looking forward to working on?
Great question, and thank you. I have to start off by Deputy Mayor thanking you for all your service.
Appreciate that.
And thank you for your new role here.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been great. Listen, I think that we've got to continue the work we've been doing. And the new affordable housing is coming up. It's fantastic. Obviously, zoning issues come up, and we'll look at them as they come in. But I think we really have to look at zoning and see whether or not we're maximizing our ability to really move things forward, right? The transit-oriented development that we did on New Park is fantastic. We just saw a new project come up today that came through the pipeline. I think that's something we have to continue. listen, we're a community that people want to live in, and that's fantastic. But that comes along with it. Because we're doing so well, I think we really have to make sure we have places for people to live.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, you've helped usher through so many important things along the way. But now going in your 5th term, what do you think what was the proudest moment of serving on the council so far?
I mean, listen, personally, obviously, you bring it up all the time, the accessory dwelling units was the one that I take personal stake in just because I really did push it forward. And that was, a lot of times you work as a team, and that one is one that, kind of my idea that I brought forward. And that's nice. But most recently, the West Hartford Inn, joint effort there, that was just amazing. I mean, the fact that we're going to be bringing 100% affordable housing into our downtown area is just, it's amazing that we're doing it. We got very little opposition. And we're really going to improve a lot of people's lives, and we're going to make the center more vibrant. We're adding people who will work there, shop there, will walk there especially, and also have bus lines into Hartford. And again, no other town is doing that kind of development. And I'm really proud of what we're doing with that.
So with that, it piggybacks right into my next question, which is, what are you looking forward to the most in your next term?
Boy, that's a hard one. I think, a lot of developments are sort of in the pipeline, and it's exciting. I want to start seeing some, I'm looking forward to some groundbreakers, right? I want to start seeing some actual buildings open, some things we've approved. I mean, one that's coming up, it'll be this month actually, is going to be hopefully breaking ground on fellowship housing. I'm on the board there. We've got a whole bunch of senior housing coming on. It's been an approval process that's been difficult, but with the help of the town council and all the efforts of the fellowship and state government, federal government, we're very close to being able to open there. And that's going to be a fun event. And that's just going to, again, it should be within the month, and that's really going to add a whole bunch of new development for town.
That's amazing. You can see Ben has constantly had a focus on helping the community and taking care of some of the residents of town that don't necessarily have it as good as everyone else, and that's why he's been elected 5 times now, and I'm so looking forward to seeing what is next in the next term, and appreciate you coming out tonight, and congrats.
Appreciate it. Okay, thanks a lot.
Oh, he's going to give us the sign.
Good evening, folks. Liam Sweeney here, back at Democratic headquarters. I'm here with my dear friend and colleague, Carol Innocent Blanks, Councilwoman, Chair of the Public Safety Committee, and now on to her 2nd term, on to the 3rd term on the council. That's right. Former Chair of the Board of Ed, and just so excited to see what is next. So, Carol, how do you feel now that the campaign is over, and what are you most excited to do in the next term?
Yes, I can exhale now that the campaign is over. Door knocking was great. Everything started off very well beginning in July. So I'm very excited. What do I hope to do? So we've done a good job with affordable housing and making that a priority for our council. So I hope to do that in the next council, continue to do that and step it up a bit. There's a huge need for public safety. It's interesting because as I was door knocking, many people asked me what were my priorities. And my priorities really is public safety, our affordable housing, and also addressing our stormwater drainage issue and how we can manage that better, replace the aging infrastructure so that when we have these weird storms that everybody has experienced this season, we have a plan on how to address this without homeowners going into debt trying to fix the flooding problem in their basements or in and around their backyards. And I'm looking forward to working with our new team that's coming on board. So I'm hoping everybody is victorious tonight and we can get to work on November 21st.
Yeah, that's great. So now going into your 3rd term, what do you think has been the best part of serving on the town council?
The best part of serving for me is listening to the community, working with our professional staff in town hall, and really listening and addressing some of the continuous issues in town. So we know that public safety was a huge issue for us beginning of December of last year and continuing forward. And we've done a good job with collaborating and bringing other community members into addressing this problem. We're working with Vision Zero. With Vision Zero, we're also working with community members who have expertise and who could really shine a bright light on how we can manage this issue. And also, affordable housing is a big issue with our young people who are either coming back from college, graduating from college, our teachers, our first responders who want to live in town because they work here. And we really need to find a way to bring everybody in the fold and work with them, listen to them, and find out how we can make them whole, if you will. Everybody wants to come to West Hartford. The big issue or the barrier is affordable housing. It's too expensive. So now that we know that, what can we do to address that problem? Compromise and meet people where they're at or meet somewhere in the middle.
I mean, those are all such important things, and Carol has been such a leader, particularly on the Public Safety Committee. We've had some significant events that have happened, and you helped lead the town through those. And I guess, on a more lighthearted question is like, what does it mean to you to have been elected to your third term and serve this beautiful community?
Absolutely. I'm humbled and I'm honored to be elected, to serve an elected seat, to know that the West Hartford community believe in me and put their trust in me and actually elected. And it's a very good feeling. So I'm really speaking to all of you. When you tell me when I'm standing at the polls and poll standing and you give me the thumbs up or you give me that nod or that wink, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and tell you how a humbling experience this is for me. So thank you to all of those who put your trust and have provided me with the support to be able to serve for a third term as long as I'm victorious and successful at the outcome of this election.
And we know that Carol is going to do so many great things here on the council that she already has. She's an amazing leader, and I'm just so excited to see what's next for you. And enjoy the rest of the evening with your family, and then we'll be right back with a few other. Yeah, absolutely.
On a sad note, I'm going to miss this guy right here and all the work that he's done and all the work that he's done for the young people. So I'm going to try to take that charge on and keep them at the forefront because they are our future of this community.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much, madam. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's got me all choked up here. But yeah, with that, we'll be right back. Good evening, folks. Liam Sweeney here at Democratic headquarters. And with me tonight are three special people. One person who is elected today, Shannon Merriman. It is such a pleasure, and I'm personally so excited for you to be on the Board of Ed. Shannon and I have worked a lot in the education space, and I'm so glad to have your policy mind on the Board of Ed. So, I guess I'm going to ask the question to your daughters. What does it mean to have your mom on the Board of Ed?
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Well, how about we ask? We'll ask Mom. Mom, what does it mean to you to be on the Board of Ed?
I'm just excited, first of all, because of these two ladies. I very much want to be involved in our educational system. As you noted, I've been working in education 23 years, and I want to be able to take the knowledge I have at the national and state level and bring those lessons and opportunities I've learned to the local community, and I think I just am excited to be more integrated into what we're doing here in West Hartford.
So this is your first time running for office, right? What was the campaign trail like for you and the whole family?
It was cool. It was just a new learning experience. I love people. I'm an introverted extrovert, but I thrive off of being around other people, and so just listening and talking to people while canvassing. I loved just the forums, the opportunities to express sort of the kind of congeal my thinking around what I see as priorities for our educational system in West Hartford. It was just exciting to have that opportunity.
So you've been involved in policy for so long. What made you run for office this time?
I think it was just timing. You know, it was the timing in our country right now around how boards of ed are being sort of the battleground for our democracy, and I want to make sure that we don't take what we have in West Hartford for granted. It's also just timing with what I'm able to do in the balance of things in my life, so that I know I can make a full commitment to this opportunity.
Amen. We are on the opposite sides of that right now.
Yes.
So yeah, my last question to you is, what are you most excited about working on the Board of Ed?
I think West Hartford has a unique opportunity, given the reputation of its educational system, to think a little bit outside the box the way that we design and deliver public education, because we can't continue to do things the way we've been doing them for so many years if we expect our students to be prepared for the future that awaits them. So I want to try out some new innovative practices and policies and make sure that we stay ahead as a school system.
And what are you most excited about with your mom being on the Board of Ed?
I think that she could do a really good job making our schools better, and I also think that we could have no homework.
I don't know that that's good.
But yeah, I think she could do a really good.
I'm in for that policy. I think that's fair. That's fair. Well, Shannon, congratulations. So awesome. Congratulations to you guys and your husband. A campaign well ran, and really excited to see you up on the Board of Ed. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, and thank you for everyone from Democratic headquarters. We have now talked to everybody that's been on the ballot tonight. We are so excited to finally get the results. We are going to see what they are, but right now we believe everyone is going to make it on to the council and the Board of Ed from this headquarters, and we're excited to see how it shakes out. Thank you all for the time, and again, Liam Sweeney here.
Just means the non-majority. That's correct. We have more than any other Oh, really good.
Yeah, my son.
So I assume they want to go home.
He won 2 cups with Terry. One, he was really, he was like in 7th grade, some 9th grade on the team that so I can breathe out
How you doing? It has land. It has absentee. Arcturus, it's maybe 3 times the size of 401, so that's not going to move the needle, but absentee notice. Yeah, so basically, it's over 10% of the vote.
I got Elizabeth.
And those are Roberto and Martin. Yeah, no, I mean, they're not Democrats. They're not Republicans. If they were in ACP, they essentially, what was the traditional Republicans? Just not really partisan. Oh, it's a those Republicans right, which is what most of the ACP are. That's
No. All right. Hello. Can anyone hear me? No. Hello. Thanks, Win. Can everyone hear me? No. Lions, where's the bullhorn? I mean, all right, anyway, let's just have a few minutes here to congratulate some very hard-working candidates. I first want to thank all the volunteers and the members of the DTC who worked so hard during this election cycle. We started off in July, and today it's November. We've worked very hard all couple months. I think it's 5 months, so thank you. I also want to thank, right off the bat, the coordinated campaign, Lisa and Megan. They did a fantastic job. We had some rainy weekends. We had some difficult times roping in people, but we'll find out that our absentee ballots came in strong, and that was Lisa's hard work there working with our clerk. So thank you both so much. It's been a pleasure working with you all. All right, I just want to say, we're going to throw it over to some folks, but I just want to say the council and the Board of Ed members, the candidates, thank you for being such hard workers during the last, again, 5 months. It's been a really tough slog, but we hit the doors, we made the calls, and you guys gave us the opportunity to support you and have us be victorious. So thank you, Board of Ed and council members. And also, just want to say thank you to Leon, our new clerk. Really happy for Leon. To be honest, I've seen Leon and he just smiles more. It's amazing. I mean, he just walks around like on cloud 9. And on that note, I just want to say it's been a tough slog, as I said. And we started this journey in July, and it was a pretty tough convention, but we came through that stronger. And then we had some really difficult times during our campaign, but we just persevered and kept on fighting and kept on pushing. But I do actually want us to all just take a moment of silence for Earl Exum. He was an amazing man, and I know John Lyons misses him, and we all do. Just so a moment of silence, please. All right, folks. Well, before we start hearing it from folks, particularly Shannon with the Board of Ed and the Mayor and the Council, I just want to thank you again all for your hard work. This victory, this is the hard work that we put in. And so thank you, and I'm grateful for our team. And Shannon, I want to say a few words for the Board of Ed, and then we'll start over.
I'm going to try to project as loud as possible.
I thought you were talking about the kids. Nobody wants to see us.
So on behalf of Jason, LaToya, and myself, just want to extend a huge thank you to everybody. We are all first-time candidates, and this has been a learning curve and journey for all of us. We've learned from each and every one of you. And a special huge thank you to Maureen and John for being guides every step of the way. You can't even count the number of text messages that we had back and forth with each other, just trying to navigate and learn along the way and get better at what we were doing as candidates and learn again from those who come before. Thank you to Adam, who is our treasurer, LaToya's husband, and had his own learning curve. I mean, everybody has just been in a learning mode every step of the way, but it was worth it because we came to this conclusion, and I think we're all just super excited to be on the Board of Ed and start actually getting to the work of not only continuing the amazing reputation of our school system, but taking it to a whole new level in terms of what we can be for the future of our children and our families in West Hartford. So thank you. So grateful for the town council members as well, and we can't wait to work with you every step of the way. So thank you for being here, and we look forward to it.
Sometimes I forget, and I don't want to forget. And I know my son, my son and daughter-in-law, maybe they left already. I don't know. Okay. I want to thank my family because without them, I couldn't do what I've done. This is my 9th election. I know. Wow is right. And it is a lot. It's I used to walk out the door and leave Josh with his 3 younger brothers and say, please don't give them potato chips for dinner. So, and thank you, Josh, and now he's a great cook. So we all appreciate that very much. And honestly, thank you, Josh, Teresa, Ben. You are my rock, and I really, really appreciate you so much. And my husband, Michael, has been my partner by my side for so much. Michael, thank you. all that they do. They turned this town blue, and that was the town, and then brought in the whole town committee, and that was, we were waiting to be a more inclusive, welcoming, vibrant, dynamic, progressive community that is one of the best in the country. And without their leadership, without your leadership, without your commitment, everybody that tuned in the way that they did, we could not be here. So, and it takes everybody from Ari, I see Ari leaving the Board of Ed, the Board of Montclair, Ronnie, all the people that have contributed in immense ways. But it really, really makes a difference. And you are, and again, we are where we are because of all that you do. But good governance is not sitting by the sidelines and stepping in. It's weighing in. It's giving. It's contributing and doing all that we do. But we are an amazing community because people respect us, because we listen, because we govern with respect, we're trustworthy, we have a sense of humor, we respond to people, we don't talk at them, we talk with them, and I think that people really, really understand that. And so I know I heard a lot today. I heard a few really yucky comments, but most were so appreciative of the way the town is governed, and that is my team and the way that they hold up and talk to people, and all of the children. So I don't want to talk. It's really a hard place to talk to a lot of. But again, thank you for making this happen. We will work hard for you. There's no question. We will make you proud. I was going to do a cartwheel, but then it's not. Congratulations.
I don't see anybody holding that chair for me. I'm not going to risk it. Again, to repeat everything the mayor said, of course, thank you everybody for your support and all the great hard work. Listen, you go out and you meet with people and we hear the negative, right? And that's what, a lot of campaigning is going out and hearing people who are complaining about stuff. And then you look at the results and you see what kind of job we've been doing. And I mean everybody in this room. The people of West Hartford like the direction we're going in. West Hartford's a place where everybody wants to live, and we're doing our best to really make it a place where everybody can live. And I'm so proud of our town, our leadership, of the mayor's direction. We are an example for every other town like ours. Not that anybody like us or as good as us, but we're the example for the whole state. And we're to show that progressive Democratic leadership wins, and progressive Democratic leadership does the best for our community. So thank you all. Thank you to my family, and thank you to everybody else who ran our ticket, Board of Ed, and Council. We're a great team, and I look so much forward to working with everybody in the next couple of years. Thank you all.
You want the chair? I do want the chair. All right. Somebody hold behind the chair. This is what it's like to be able to see people from like a level. It's, this is a great night. It's been, honestly, it was a little bit of a rough day. We had a lot of positive feedback, then we started to get a little bit of negative feedback. But honestly, when people are happy, they show it with how they vote. And that is what we see today. People like living in West Hartford. They think things are going in the right direction. So that is due to the current team in place. Thank you for your leadership, Mayor Cantor. Where's Liam? Deputy Mayor Sweeney. Oh my God. Here he is. Thank you. It's been really great to learn from all of you. Ben and Tiffany and Carol as well over the last year on town council. So thank you for that. Thanks to everybody who ran on the slate together. Love to talk with all of you about strategy and how we're going to get the word out. I also want to thank Peter. Peter does all these things in the background that a lot of people don't know about until you know about them, and then you're like, and Adam Rader is another person.
so I'm not that way. Wow. Leon and I talk on the phone a lot, and I really appreciate his advice, so thank you, Leon. And I also want to give a shout out to Kevin Sullivan, who's been a mentor for me for decades, and it was great to see him at the polls today. Sorry he can't be here, but everybody, I'm sure he's paying attention, and we'll talk to him soon. And of course, thanks to John Weiner, John, my treasurer, and Ryan, and our kids, and my parents. My mom, who stuck it out with me all day today outside. Thank you for that. And it's awesome. I'm looking forward to the next 2 years.
I can't see.
Hey everybody! So as you know, my promise was short speeches, and I'm gonna stick to that. It wasn't just a false campaign promise. I do have a lot of thank yous because there's a lot of people who have helped me and been very important. First, I want to start out with my long-suffering husband, who has had to deal with me and politics since 2004. My son Glenn, who hopefully one day will be the Attorney General of the United States and don't have big plans for her or anything like that. My daughter's Jacob Riley, who couldn't be here tonight, but I know we're supportive. Peter, who was responsible for most of my campaign. Lexi, who agreed to be my treasurer. Thank you. I don't know where Lexi is. Thank you so much. Adam, I mean, come on, man. Like, seriously. You need to be making a lot of money for your design work. Kevin, who is the sign fairy, as you know, and even though he hasn't felt well, would call me and say, put out 25 signs, I'm going to put them out today. Kaylee Townsend, who isn't here tonight, Harriet Winograd, John and Diane Tucker, Lee and Kevin Reynolds for hosting my fundraiser, the DTC, John Bailey, Megan, Lisa, Derek, Liam, who somehow talked me into this in the first place. I'm happy to get to work. I'm happy to be a part of this team. And I'm really damn happy that this is the first freaking female Democratic majority. And just so you know, I wrote that down before I came and then wrote jinx, knock on wood in parentheses because I was afraid I jinxed myself by doing it. So thank you everybody. I owe all of you a huge debt of gratitude, and I promise that I will always keep what's in the best interest of West Hartford in my heart and do whatever I can to make this town, to keep it going great and make it even better. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. The third term, I am so humbled and honored to be able to be elected for a third term from this beautiful town of West Hartford. So my thanks, first and foremost, goes to my family, my husband Charles, my two daughters are unable to be here with us. That's Shannon, Cynthia, and Kay. My brother and sister-in-law, my campaign committee and treasurer, which is Gary Martell, my campaign manager, Victoria Rosario, my campaign committee, which is Rosemary Tate, Lisa Lazarus, Gail Crockett, Felicia Pitts, Lori Wise, and Keyshawn Lewinson, and I'm forgetting one other person. Annette Martell. DTC members, the machine, you always come through. My fundraising host families, that is Diana and George Jepson. Pick up the phone, ask people, would you host a fundraiser? They say yes. John Lyons and Jessica Lyons. What can I do, Carol? Let me know. Whatever I can help you do, I'll help you. Writing the postcards. Barbara Gordon, another one. I mentioned all of these people because none of this is possible without volunteers. You've given up your time, you've given up your donations. For all of those who donated, every single amount counts. So no one ever has to say, I only can do this and I only can do that. Because at the end of the campaign, every single contribution, it matters. It allows us to get out in front. It allows us to run our campaign. It allows us to run our campaign smoothly. Joe Stafford, he's another one that's always in my corner. Carol, you're doing a great job. I support you. So many of you have said this to me along the campaign trail, and it means a lot because when you're out there, you're doing the hard work, you're door knocking. This season we had some challenging weather, so we couldn't really get out like we wanted to. It's either rain or it's cold, and you really do want to go, but then you're like, who's going to open up the door when you're drenched raining or you have an umbrella? So I say this because it's really important for all the work that each and every one of you do. Sign waving early in the morning, it really matters. So when we call or we text and we say, hey, can you do this? Maybe you can't do it, but when you show up, it's huge and it's a lot. It means a lot for us. Many of the people along my campaign trail when door knocking are always concerned. They say, we're doing great with the town, but some of the other issues they're concerned about. So what are your issues? What is your platform? And mine is public safety, affordable housing, and how do we address our aging infrastructure, our stormwater management and drainage, right? We can't continue to kick the can down the road. We have to be responsible because eventually it hits all of our pocketbooks. Neighbors on the street that are spending $40,000 because their basement is flooded because of the drainage of water that's coming down into the house. How many people like that do you know in your neighborhood, on your street, who says the same thing? And what can we do? I am proud to be part of the council who is responsive and who is responsible. And I welcome our new team. I'm so excited and happy to work with Tiffany and Deb. They were appointed, so we already know that working style. But Barry, I'm so thrilled that you're joining us. Can we give it up for Barry? I'm so happy to see all the things that are coming our way and the contributions that you're going to make to this council. The other person that I do want to thank is the Board of Ed. I came from the Board of Ed. I really have to nod for these two great people and excited to see all the work that they're going to do and how we collaborate together. So last but not least, I really want to sing the DTC praises. The chair, Mr. John Bailey and Tiffany McGinnis as our vice chair. I will be doing both. Thank you for all the hard work that you all do, continuing to get that vote out and to say, hey, we need to come together as a team. It's important. And teamwork really does make the dream work. May sound like an old saying or a corny saying, but it really is true. And the other person that I do want to shout out to is Senator Slack, because Senator Slack always reaches out and says, hey, what can I do? I want to door knock with you. Let me know. And we were able to do that, and we knocked those doors out. And the other person is my friend, Leon Davidoff, who stepped off, but he didn't step away too far. And he's always there to provide support and guidance. And the other person that I want to acknowledge, because she doesn't get acknowledged too often, but she's always right here, is our media person, an extraordinaire. Ronnie Newton. She keeps us clean and she keeps us above board. So thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
All right.
So one of the things about going last is everybody has pretty much said a lot of what you wanted to say, but I do have a lot of thank yous, but I will try to keep it brief. I am so proud to have my son here tonight. I don't know where Devin is hiding right now. You probably heard his name and hid. And then my husband David, who couldn't be here tonight, but they put up with a lot for me, and I have to appreciate that. I have no choice. But yeah, I appreciate that very much. I need to thank Matt Salner, of all people, where to go, who brought me into the DTC. I still remember sitting with him at the Elbow Room, I think it was, and over a conversation, and here I am today. I want to thank my campaign staff, Alicia. So what does a new candidate do that hasn't run? He went out and found 2 new people that haven't managed or been a treasurer. And they did an amazing, fantastic job. Alicia Wise and Jackie Cantor, manager and treasurer, they did an awesome job. And I thank you so much. And Ray, who's not here, but for doing a lot of his legalese and his editing skills. There's a few other people, Tiffany. I thank you for your friendship and for kind of being a sounding board when I needed one. Ben, Mr. Winograd, who brought me in as I think I was first a social media manager, and then I did a manager stint with.
Quit on me.
And then I quit on it. And he's still using the same social media. And then obviously the council, Sherry, you have been such a great ally and great I love you dearly. Carol, you've been checking on me all throughout, making sure that I'm doing okay, that I'm not too tired, and not too worn out. I appreciate you. And who am I? Deb, there you are. And Deb, who also has been a good sounding board and a friend as well. I'm really thrilled with our BOE team. I think this is going to be an awesome team. And combined with Lorna and Claire and Ari, I mean, it's a great, awesome team. I'm going to blow them away. I think I'll close it down with this. Today, while I was poll standing, I heard a candidate not from our party say, a town cannot be all things to all people. And he's absolutely freaking wrong. A town should be all things to all people. Everybody should have a voice. Everybody should have an opportunity. Everybody should be able to live their life without fear and with comfort and with a sense of belonging. You know, we talk about equality and we talk about equity. There's also a sense of belonging, and there's a difference. And we absolutely should aspire to be a town for everybody. And I think that we have a team that is working towards that goal. It's a moving goal. So will we ever get there? Probably not. But we should always aspire to get there. Thank you.
So I really want to have a round of applause for the people that have served.
Can we hear from all 9 candidates?
That's fine, but I want to just give a shout out to the people that have served. and are not returning. And from the council, Liam Sweeney, Liam, thank you so much for your That was all I had.
And an oversight of mine, I want to allow the Board of Ed members who have gotten to know since, I think, July, June, we started talking? Yes, and I'd like to say, I'd like to give Jason and LaToya just an opportunity to say comments to us all, because we're a team and we want to work together and fight together. So, LaToya, Jason.
Yeah. I'm good. No, it's all good. I'm really loud. As you have all gotten to know now, I'm really loud. I'm honored to be here tonight. I'm reminded of when I first, joined my fight as a human rights activist, who I am first and foremost a lover and defender of human beings and everyone's equal right to a sense of connectedness and belonging and equity, and our children being of the most vulnerable population. So sitting on the Board of Education is a huge honor and a huge responsibility, especially at such a time as this. And I remember when I first, started feeling connected to this work in this way, and this is something a lot of people don't know about me here in Connecticut. Number one, I'm from here. This was a homecoming for me. And when I was in California, I used to organize a group of 30 teachers every year to go to the Museum of Tolerance, to learn about human rights through the lens of the Holocaust, to write curriculum and come back and change their classrooms into spaces where all students felt safe. And I'm reminded of that moment that we're in right now, and about the need to feel safe and secure. And I'm excited about being in West Hartford. I'm excited to serve in West Hartford. I'm also excited about more Black candidates, more Black progressive candidates coming to this town and running. I'm excited about being an activist who is on the ground, making a lot of influence and had a hand in a lot of influential policy reform, and to be asked over and over again to come to the table. I'm excited about activists who've been asked to come to the table, and we're here. We are here. We're here right now. And what we need from our Democratic Party is to accept us with open, loving arms, to welcome us, to let us know we belong in this space. And we're not always going to be obedient, right, to the system, because we came from doing it a different way. The system doesn't work for everyone. So what I need from our party, what we need from our party, what the youth that are coming up who are, by the way, more radical than me, they need to know that they have a spot and there's a pipeline for them in this town to sit at these leadership tables. So let's do it.
So it's really not an enviable spot to follow Shannon or LaToya, let alone the entire town council. I learned a long time ago that discretion is not actually the better part of valor, but brevity is. I will thank my wife and son who are at home. My son is sick. My wife is taking care of him, but I do have my daughter Hadley here. Thank them for letting me do this, for being with me on this adventure, as I think someone once called it. All I can do is thank you, because I know elections are often referred to as races, right? And I know the mayor will understand that she's a runner. Obviously, I am not. I know John's a runner. Running is easier when you have friends. And you have all been welcoming to me as someone new to this entire process. You have become friends. This race was a lot easier to finish with all of you together. I can't possibly thank all of you who contributed, who knocked on doors, but what I can do is get to work. And so that is how I will thank you. So let's get to work.
All right. Well, like everything. Yes, Claire.
I just wanted to say there's 3 people stepping off of
Yes.
leadership.
And and I'm proud to do that, and I appreciate that. Lorna, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you. Well, good evening and congratulations to all of the winners. It certainly has been quite an interesting ride, and we certainly are glad the outcome is as it is. And I'm here to speak on behalf of the Board of Education, which I have the honor to serve on, and I'm so thankful to welcome newcomers to the team. So once again, round of applause for our newcomers. But before recognizing the newcomers, we must recognize those whose places they are stepping into. So I'm going to say this without getting choked up. I want to say with heartfelt appreciation, thank you so much to Ari Steinberg and Renee Kamen. Ari completed her term and did so with such vigor, did so with such passion, and did so with integrity, even when challenged to do otherwise. Thank you so much for your leadership. Thank you for walking the talk, and we know you're going to continue to do the work. We thank you so much for the work that you have done for our community and for our children. And you know, I don't say goodbye, I'm just going to say see you later. So thank you so very much, Ari. And I must say to Renee, so I will continue with this thing. I am so proud of you. She is someone who embodies holding your head up in spite of. Although your time with us has been brief, it has been significant. And we will never, ever forget your presence. Thank you for representing well. Thank you for modeling how to carry yourself in spite of. And again, not saying goodbye to you, just saying see you later. But thank you for demonstrating for us what to do when we don't have an audience to cheer us on. Hold your head high. We look forward to seeing you back.
Excellent, thank you, Lorna. And I just want to give one more individual an opportunity to address us, and that's our own Leon Davidoff. I'll say goodbye to Essie, but sir, bring us home.
First, I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank all the people I've served with over the long period of time that I was on the town council. I've made a lot of friends. We've had a lot of good times. We've spent a lot of time together. That's what public service is about. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about our community. I need to thank, before I forget, my wife. There's a reason we've been married for 30 years, and every day it's a blessing to wake up and spend my life with the best woman that I ever met in my entire existence. And like the saying goes, when you have the best, you don't need the rest. I have two beautiful daughters who are in the West Hartford Public School System. They're doing phenomenal. West Hartford is a great town to live, to raise a family. When I decided that I was interested in town clerk, I didn't really know what the job entailed. But let me tell you, after speaking to my good friend Essie LeBreau, one of the best town clerks this town has ever had, probably the best town clerk we've ever had. Let me say that again, the best town clerk this town has ever had. I have the most amazing staff. Every single day they make me look good. Nadia, Tiana, Sylvia, Louise, and Carol. They know their job inside and out. They've been welcoming, they've been educating me every day. I learn something new. I love being our town's town clerk. I absolutely love it. It's not a job, it's a thing that I just enjoy doing every single day. I show up every day, I roll up my sleeves. It's fun. It's really fun. I need to thank everybody on the DCC over the years who've welcomed me in, shared experiences with me. You've been wonderful. You've been marvelous. I've learned so much. I love the game of politics. It's so much excitement. There's a lot of stuff on the side that when you look at the end of the day, you say, listen, the most important people live within the four walls of my house. Probably the most important people live in the walls of your own houses. And just keep it in perspective, because that's what it's about. We've got a great community. I've had the honor to serve with two great mayors. Scott Slifka was a great mayor. I served with him from zoning all the way to the council. And I had the honor and the privilege, in my opinion, to serve with the best mayor that West Hartford has ever had. There doesn't need a lot of accolade from me, but let me tell you something. From the time she wakes up in the morning to the time she goes to sleep at night, she bleeds West Hartford. She thinks about West Hartford. She has put West Hartford on the map. She understands West Hartford. She's a great mentor. She's a great lady. She's very kind. She's generous. She's a great listener. And we all can learn a lot from being like Sherry Cantor. I don't know if Liam is still here. I don't know if he left. But Liam and I, we had a lot of fun, sir. And I'll never forget the day your mom was taking pictures at the Noah Webster Library of us on our first mailer there, and your first mailer. And you know what? I said, Liam Sweeney grew up in West Hartford, loves West Hartford, and has done everything that he could possibly do for West Hartford. And you came along at the same time as Dallas, and let me tell you, I've learned so much from your generation that it changed my perspective of how I see our community. And that's what I think we all can do. We can learn from people who are older than us, and in that respect, I've learned from the best of the best. Kevin Sullivan. While he may not be the easiest person to get along with, he's the smartest political person I've ever met. He's a kind person, and you get to know him, and he's a good friend of mine. So there's a lot happening. I see Judy here, I see Tiffany here, Ben, Carol, Barry, Adrian. I've seen a lot of people that work with John. We have the whole thing. There's a reason West Hartford Democrats win year after year. And there's a reason the other party doesn't come close. And we should have known after the nominating convention, when you don't go for the majority, they concede that we as Democrats are leading much better than they ever could. And to my council colleagues who haven't heard me speak since my last meeting, I apologize for going on so long, but I'm very happy, I'm delighted, and I was teasing with my family on the way over. I called both my girls, I said 0 precincts have reported, but all the news outlets are projecting Leon Davidoff has won his first term as West Hartford Town Clerk.
That's all she wrote. Again, I just want to thank everyone on the town committee and all the volunteers and also on the coordinating campaign. Megan and Lisa, you guys did a great job.